Okay, everybody, here we go. I'm just laughing and smiling. Again, I'm sitting here looking at the chat. I love you guys and girls. I really do. People, we have a lot to talk about today. So, Thursday, August 1st, 2024, post market wrap up. A lot of stuff to cover here with you. Kind of an interesting day. And not just with regard to the market. The market did nothing. Okay, look, all the hype here. It's amazing to me. Let me show you what people are getting hyped about. So this was the market today. This was the close. People are freaking the freak out because the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 1.24%. The S&P 500, 1.4, and the Nasdaq 2.32 after it just went up 5%. This market has done nothing but go pretty much straight up now for almost 10 weeks. Record high, record high, record high, record high. And all of a sudden, oh no, the Dow heads for the worst drop since March 2023. This was, I believe this was look, they're trying to get your attention. They're trying to tap into your primal instincts, create fear, get you to watch their show. It's nothing. All right, look, let's just step back a moment. Last Tuesday, those of you who were here with me during my post-market wrap-up, I explained, we covered right here what's happening here. We are now entering a volatile period. And this is going to last all throughout this entire month. So you should expect these big swings up and down and cuckoos and craziness and this and that and blah, blah, blah. That's just normal seasonality. Now, I want to read this to you. This is a really interesting correspondence, if I can see this here. One of you out here wrote to me and wanted to thank you, Mitch. And RPox, everybody here for supporting my work. On the first of every month, I ask for your support. Thank you for those of you that do. Frank, wow, dude. Epic. Thank all of you. I love all of you. So anyway, let me cover this real quick. So this person writes to me, wish I could understand the 10-year yield. When you, me, Greg, say when it goes up or down, I don't understand what it means. So I wrote, a dropping 10-year yield is reflective of cash obviously making its way or moving into the debt market. Yields drop. Who's buying all the debt? Well, you can tell me that, okay? This mechanism forces investors into risk on assets or the stock market. Pat 85, thank you. Now, this does not mean that you can't see a day like today, which was nothing. Look at the comments. All right. Greg was wrong about the market. It's over. It's going down from here. So-and-so it was correct. Stay out. For those kind of people, stay out of the market. Okay. If you are so emotionally driven, then you have no idea what's going on. Okay. This is a golden opportunity. And I mean golden literally, okay? Not just with gold. Let me read this to you real quick. I sent this out to all of you earlier today while the market was dropping. Again, if you do not subscribe to my free newsletter, please do so. Link in the description of this video. So I wrote, Lions. Look, and I wrote it in bold, all right? I wrote, let me see if I can read it backwards. As long as bond yields drop, we continue to buy every dip in this market, especially big tech. Okay. Keep in mind, right now, we are in a time of seasonal high market volatility. You all knew that. My Lions, who are real investors and traders, they're laughing. Not only are they laughing, they are very excited to see what we're seeing here. We haven't had a meaningful drop or a pullback in this market. I can't even remember when. It's a freak show. So with that, and in my opinion, this market is going much higher as the promise of more easy money, lower rates, a weaker dollar going to distort asset prices to an even greater degree. Does this mean it's over? Today's sell-off here? Absolutely freaking not. I want it to drop more. Let me show you what I'm talking about, lovely friends. This is what does this remind you of? It's like a Limp Biscuit, isn't it? Carlin, thank you. Look at what's happening here. This is insane. This is insanity, what we're witnessing. The Greg Mannarino MMRI here. This is the Fed buying all the debt. This is the dollar falling off of a cliff here. And this mechanism isn't going to stop. When you see the market drop on a day like today, or if it drops more tomorrow or the next day, and this continues, foam should be coming out of your mouth, because this is exactly what you want to see if you are a lion. If you're a loser, then you don't want to be seeing this at all. You're crying and weeping and carrying on as the mainstream media and all these other freaks out here have no idea what's happening. It's the worst. Oh my God, it's over. Make it up, people. Make it up. Thank you, Jeff. And thank you, Brett. I appreciate that. So look, again, I'm going to bring your attention to this here. This is not just squiggly lines. This is not just numbers or a color code. Abe, thank you. This is telling us what's happening here with regard to the debt market. This is such a simple thing. It takes the dollar index on a relative strength basis, and it uses the 10-year yield, which is the benchmark. Thank you, Steph, I appreciate that. And this is just a visual representation of what we know is going on. And the more that this happens, and again, the market is not reflective of the economy in the words of the illustrious Jim Cramer. That's what he said. Okay. The economy is cratering. Forget about the market dropping, the Dow dropping not even 2% here. Look at these numbers people are freaking out about. You can't make it up. Okay. We're in an economic free fall. Again, not just here in the United States, but it's a worldwide phenomenon. Who controls the worldwide economy? Is it our lovely leaders? No, of course it's the central banks. But people, Greg has told you what would happen from last Tuesday. Expect volatility, and it's not over. It's not going to stop. You're going to see swings like this in the market this entire month. And my real lions, and you're all real lions, are loving it, because not only does this mean that, massive amounts of cash are making its way here into the debt market, which opens that doorway for cash to make its way into the stock market. Okay, it doesn't mean that every time the 10-year yield drops, and we had quite a drop today in the 10-year yield, below 4%. What did I write that? What did I put that here? Here. This is the 10-year yield. How's that look to you? Okay. Doesn't mean that just because you're witnessing this, that automatically stocks are going to go higher and Greg is wrong. It's exactly what you would expect to see. It's exactly what you'd want. This is why these are people that have regular day jobs. That's what they do. And I get it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Go out there and work for that government fiat money. Government central bank issued notes that we just work for the privilege to borrow, and we owe them back plus interest. Like, you create that thing, but stay away from the market. All right. Me and guys like me, stay out of our way, because I can promise you, and just Mitch, thank you. And Miss Erica, thank you too. If you honestly are not understanding what you're seeing, and you try to get in front of a guy like myself or my lions that are in this market, you're going to be shredded to death. This is a vicious game. When I'm in a drag race, for example, I might be racing somebody I like. Guy right next to me might be my best freaking friend. But when we pull up to that state, when we pull up in the staging lanes and we're getting to run that car, I want to eat his lunch for him. You understand what I'm saying here? I love all of you. I really, really do. But don't get in front of me when I am trying to capitalize on the freak show around us, because as much as I might love you, I'm going to eat your lunch for you. I'm going to tell you right now. So you can either get on the bandwagon and understand where this is going, okay? Or you can go suck your thumb somewhere like these weasels. Read the comments. They're outrageous. With regard to the comments, we're going to talk more about that. How it's so obvious to me why the United States has become the laughing stock of this planet Earth. There's no such thing as a statesman or a stateswoman anymore. It's turned into a sitcom. How many insults can this guy throw at this girl, and how many can she throw back? Is it any secret really why America has become a failed state? There's no role models anymore. People think that's normal for people to interact with each other like that. All they're doing is trying to foster division and hatred. And I am talking directly about Donald Trump and directly about Kamala. And Biden was doing the same thing. We have no statesmen anymore, no role models for the kids or for us. So we think it's a free-for-all. Do you see why society today is decayed to the point where it is right now? Why no one takes us serious? Why what you want with regard to closing the borders can't happen because no one's taking you serious? Why anything right now? Why wars are going on? Why we're going to see the Federal Reserve reach the pinnacle of power under whoever's chosen here? Can't stop. We're supposed to be able to govern ourselves. Not only do we not even know what bathroom to use anymore. Okay. Sachin, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You stay blessed too. But look at our role models. Really, Donald Trump is a role model? Kamala is a role model for our kids? You want to act like these people? You're going to be treated like these people with utter and total disrespect, and nobody is going to take you seriously. You travel around the world, you're going to be laughed at. Oh, look, that's an American. Ah, they belong to that freak show over there. It's the truth, people. Is this what you want? Is this what we want? If we cannot look this morning, all right, I said that I believed, it was my opinion, that Trump got treated like absolute garbage. He was getting laughed at by the audience. If you were a true statement, and if the propaganda ministry that was doing the interview over there had any kind of class, there would be respect for each other. There is none. There is none anywhere. And that becomes all of you. And it reflects on me too. Understand? We need a statesman. We need a statesperson, man or woman, whatever race they want to be, whatever it is, to be a spokesperson for this nation, this once great nation, which has devolved. What's happening here is people like Trump, Kamala, Biden, they tap right into your primal instinct. They bring out that hatred, that anger, whatever it is, and they know how to do it. They're experts at it. No one's more expert than Trump. He is a master of it. You understand? But these are not the people that we need as leaders. I mean, what a choice we have. I mean, really, what a choice. Go anywhere in the world, you're going to be laughed at, because these people represent us. We're supposed to have a statesman there, someone that commands respect and gives respect back. Is that what we have right now? Do you see that? Is Trump a statesman, or is he half a retard? Let's be honest with each other. I'm not supposed to see. And what about the other one? Same thing. They're in the same boat. They're both exactly the same. You can't make this stuff up, people. It's no one here. Not only that, it goes way beyond that. All they're feeding us is the same line here. There's trickle down economics. It's going to work. Your life is going to be beautiful and fantastic, and everything is just going to be lovely. You're being led down the pathway of destruction, because again, this is really what we got. If that's all we got, I got blasted by people telling me I didn't defend Trump enough. And then I got blasted from Harris supporters who, Greg, you should have done something to defend Harris. You know, Trump was questioning her ethnicity. And, and of course, look, what I would like to see, let's see if this is even possible. I'm going to prove to you that what I am saying is correct. People can no longer have a conversation with each other. It's impossible to do. And it stems from the Trumps and the Bidens, Harrises, the top down, okay? Here's where trickle down really does work. Jonathan, thank you. Without role models, without statesmen, without someone who with character that demands respect and gives respect back, this trickles down to the rest of us. And what we get is hatred and division. Melanie knows exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you. Jonathan, again, thank you. So I'm saying, let's put this to a test. How about those of you out here who sincerely believe that Trump is the guy that should be at the head of the United States of America? He should represent this nation. And those of you on the other side who believe that Harris should represent the United States, make your case to each other. And let's see if this ends in either a real conversation or yelling and screaming and cursing and carrying on like infantile entities. Why are children so cruel to each other? One should ask these questions. Sammy, thank you. Thank you very much. Because they don't know any better. And they follow role models. They hear their parents carrying on and blah, blah, blah. You know what? Let me tell you something that happened to me last Thursday. I was at the track. I was getting my Copa ready to race. The guy next to me is getting his car ready to race too. And he's sitting there revving his motor. And I'm just waiting for something to let go. And all of a sudden, boom, right there in the pit, right next to me. I mean, this thing just grenaded. Had a young child there, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years old. And when I tell you that every single curse you could ever dream of came out of this guy's mouth in a stream in front of that little kid, I mean, blah, 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 blah. I haven't heard such an outburst, I think, in many, many, many years. And I'm sitting there going, I actually wanted to say something. I should have said something, but I didn't. I guess I would have gotten into a fist fight with the guy. But is this really what we want to show our kids here? this nonsense, this hatred, this division, this name calling? Is that what we want? Really, people? Let's see if we can carry on a conversation with each other between the pro Trumps and the pro Harris people. Do you realize there's a middle ground? Honestly, we need to learn to respect each other, and these people need to command respect. If you don't respect anybody, if you come out with an attitude like Trump or Harris, do you think you're going to command any respect at all? I'd laugh at you. I'd be laughing in your freaking face. And so is everybody else. They're all going to laugh right in your face because you become a joke. This whole thing is a joke. And what we need to do, again, is come together to unite, to realize that they're making us believe that we're all different. And they're different, but they're not. James, thank you so much. Understand, people? The only way we can fix this, since the top down can't fix it with the Trumps and the Bidens and the Harrises, the name calling and the disrespect for anything at all. Well, maybe we can unite and show those at the top what respect really is. I always tell you, you right now, Kay, thank you. Every single one of you right here has the power by yourself to change the entire world. It's got to start with you. That's who it's got to start with. You start treating people with respect, no matter what they may believe or wherever they may stand. Spaceship Moon, thank you. You start doing that and you see how this plays out. Understand what I'm saying? We're never gonna be able to win. We're gonna continue to lose, and the society is going to decay further because you can't be taken seriously. Do you think what you want is what you're gonna get if you can't be taken seriously? Honestly? And our role models, the Trumps, the Harris, the Bidens, they're losers. They're losers. And they're making all of us lose along with them. You understand this, people? Look, I hope this is getting through to some of you people out here. If it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you, man. Then you're going to continue to lose. You'll never become successful. You'll never command respect. You'll never get what you want. Follow these role models, and you're leading yourself down a rat hole into the worst, most despicable place you can ever be mentally. And if you are off base mentally, and I'm not talking about mentally ill, I'm talking about constantly stressed out. You're going to get sick. You're going to get things like cancer and drop dead way too young. But again, we can turn this around. The question is, will you? Here's your opportunity. Every single one of you here has an opportunity to turn this around. Every day is a new opportunity to change things for the better. Anyway, look, I just want to cover a little more with this market here. Again, nothing, absolutely nothing. And this is why people are freaking out. People always overreact. And why do they overreact? Because you got, the mainstream media telling you, oh, the market's, it's over. And then you got these so-called market professionals. Agatha, thank you. Paul, thank you. I appreciate that too. Chiming in here, listen to this, look at some of the comments here. Understand that, first of all, ignore it all. Anyone that's telling you, first of all, you have to respect the person, I believe, that is trying to get through to you here. Me, I go off the deep end all the time. I am certainly no statesman by a long shot. I should listen to my own advice. It's absolutely the truth. And you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to make today a new day for Greg Mannarino. All of us are. We're going to start respecting each other. We're going to stop with the hatred, the division. I look at the comments and I'm aghast, appalled at how I see you guys and girls. This is a family we have here. You should be proud to be a part of it. This is a pride that we have built, you and me. Some of you had been with me since day one when I had no followers, no following at all. I got over 260,000 people from around the world here. Use this as an opportunity to make friends, not enemies. Okay? Learn to converse with each other, to respect each other's position, even if it's completely opposite of yours, just because people don't see the same things. Some of my best friends, let me tell you this, and it's really the truth here. We don't see at all. We're not eye to eye on things, but we're still really, really good friends. We can talk about things without calling each other morons and idiots and whatever it might be. We can do that. I wish we could all do that. Because if we don't do that, we're really just done. Again, this was once a great nation. We were supposed to be able to govern ourselves. What happened? Where did we lose all this? I understand that it's been taken over by an entity, a private institution. I'm talking about the Federal Reserves. Neil, thank you. And central banks around the world who are out to destroy us, and they're doing this. They're doing this to benefit themselves here. We got to remove this institution. I can't say that enough. Maybe if all of us got together and actually realized who our actual enemy is, again, you're going to be deceived. You're going to be distracted by the Trumps, by the Harrises, Biden, whatever, all these things, okay? And they're not human because they don't show any human qualities, and they don't command respect. They won't get any respect at all. They're going to be laughed at, like yesterday with Trump. We laughed at. It was embarrassing. But that's not what we want to see here, okay? Anyway, look, I'm preaching to the choir maybe a little bit too much here. But if we are forced to live again under the rulership of these institutions who are out literally to destroy us all, and they're doing this by issuing more of their product to all of us, what we're witnessing here in the debt market is frankly unbelievable. We haven't seen this kind of action here since the meltdown of 2008. If they're telling us that our economy is booming and we are so strong, why is it they're now resorting to yet another round of quantitative easing? Why is the Fed buying it all? Why is the Fed ballooning the money supply right now? Why do we have Kamala? Why do we have Trump calling for lower rates? Not calling, promising it. Doesn't help you. We need higher rates, much higher rates. And what this would do, Ms. knows that I'm about to say here, is strengthen the dollar. It would give you, your labor would pay off for you. Instead of spending $2 on something, you're only spending $1 or half your salary to make a living, to get by. Unfortunately, yes, we are forced to participate in their system, but they're destroying us. Trump is saying it. Harris is saying it too. How can we respect creatures that are teaming up with our enemy, number one, the Fed, and allowing them to inflate more by suppressing rates, by promising us that they're going to make it easier for you to borrow into obscurity, which means the dollar must drop in value? Is this what you want? Are these the people that you respect enough to represent the United States of America when they're talking, both of them, about trickle-down economics? Sure, trickle-down imbeciles work by making us all hate each other's guts and we can't even converse. But trickle-down economics is destruction. It is destruction for all of us here. Are you getting it yet? Or you still have no clue? Sucking your thumb somewhere. Yes, that's a coping mechanism for me. Anyway, we got to get rid of this institution. We came together with a single voice, Ken, right? We respected each other. We commanded respect, and we showed it back. Understand? You got to show it first. You're not going to get respect unless you show it. You understand? Those of you who keep arguing with each other, is that how you expect to gain respect, by calling each other names? You look stupider with every other foul word that comes out of your mouth. Anyway, look, let's talk more about our booming economy. So jobless claims come in at a one-year high, much worse than expected. But look what they write. It's not as bad as it looks. You're being propagandized. It's worse than it looks. Now, here's another one. Today, U.S. productivity rebounds. I want you to read this. U.S. productivity rebounds sharply in second quarter, which could help us off landing. Well, Market Watch, I guess, didn't get the memo. Slump is on. This is also today. Manufacturing contracts for 4 months in a row. Oh, manufacturing for. So, one hand, we're being told how productivity is great. How is productivity great if manufacturing continues to contract at its fastest pace we've ever seen? Factory activity, manufacturing, we're not making anything. We've become an import nation. We don't export anything anymore. Again, the United States, the laughing stock of who's going to buy our products if the rest of the world believes that we're a bunch of idiots, that we can't get our act together. We have a Trump, we have a Kamala representing the United States. We have no statesmen anymore. Are you going to buy products from a nation like this, or are you going to laugh at it? You will go someplace else, because I would, if I were living in another part of the world, if I were out pretty much anywhere else, and I saw made in the USA, you think I'd pick that thing up and buy it? No way would I be buying it, because it's a joke. And the joke is obviously on us, but we're going to change that starting today. Does that sound about right, Tim? Okay. You're going to show respect, and you're going to command it back. Understand? I hope so, people. I really, really do. Anyway, are we on the same page here? Let me know if we are on the same page or not. Because if you're not on the same page here, I hope you turn around. I want you all to be an integral part of this pride, this thing that we have. It's a privilege to be here. It is a privilege to be here among all of you. For me, I love kind of being the daddy here. And all of you are so important to me. You understand? And I really hope that you're getting this stuff. I want to grow this family that we have. Start treating each other like that. I mean, I know there's a lot of dysfunctional families. Mine's pretty dysfunctional, but it's really the truth. But anyway, look, I think you get my drift here. In the words of who used to say that? The Fonz, right? Arthur Fonzarelli. Get my drift. Get my drift. Art Jogo, thank you. Best regards from Germany. How you doing over there? Would you buy an American product? I doubt it. We're a laughingstock. I don't blame you. Why do you think we've become an import nation? We don't make anything because no one wants our products. Why are we going to make things for the rest of the world that doesn't want our products? Because we're the laughingstock of the world. We have the laughingstock of the world. No respect. How can we get respect if we don't give it? Let me say this. Look, if you're at a Trump rally or a Kamala rally and you hear them going off on each other, tell them to shut the F up. Really, that's what you should be saying. But you'll get attacked, because all those people over there, they've devolved into their primal state. You can't get in the way of that. You'll probably be killed. Tapping into the primal instinct, the fight or flight thing. And again, the hatred. It's very easy to hate. It's much harder to love than to hate. I think it is, at least here. So that's why they tap into that. If you can imagine if we had a statesman who talked about love, who talked about how we should care about each other, love each other, be charitable to each other, instead of this nonsensical rhetoric, which is nonsense, which is only meant to tap into your primal infantile brain, part of your brain. We all possess it. It just really doesn't go away. Yvonne, thank you. You see what I'm talking about here, people? But we are going to change it all, starting right here and right freaking now. Oh, guys and girls, look, I love all of you. I mean this with all I got. You have no idea. I really do. I feel like when I come, sometimes I'm in a really bad mood. I'll be honest with you. And I'll sit down here, and sometimes I don't even feel like doing this. I'll be honest. And I sit here, and I see the comments here, and it turns me right around, man. It flips me around, because I see the camaraderie. I see the people that care about each other, the people that are on the same page here. And I say, you know what, Greg, you built something real. It's just snap out of it, buddy. Snap out of it. Will you look at this? We're at 788 thumbs up. The record that has been set here, I think, was 1,100. I don't know if we're going to get to 1,100 today. Thumbs up. We got 1,945 people right now. And if we could really just come together, the difference that we could make in this world, at every level, we could take down this perverted, twisted system. We could end central banking. It wouldn't be fun to do, but we can do it. We could do it if we backed each other up. Again, what they're doing again is this divide and conquer. This is nothing new. The dumbing down, the tapping into the primal instinct. This is just what they've been doing. It's the same script that has been followed back to pre-biblical times. Understand? Oh, anyway, people, I think we're kind of right about there here. Yeah, we got to buy. We look, peace, man. You're absolutely right. Imagine a world where there wasn't all this hatred and death and pain. That's what people profit from, the war machine. The war machine. No other endeavor on this planet generates more cash for the military industrial complex, the corporations, than war. That should worry you a little bit. Really should. Worries me. You know, the people in other parts of the world that are today being killed here, who knows what kind of friend they could have been to you or to the rest of us, what kind of a contribution they could have made to the rest of the world here. But they're being killed and slaughtered for whatever reason they're throwing at us, or because of this and because of that. And then you got people backing it up. You can't make it up, people. You can't make it up. And let me say, I really believe what I'm going to tell you, and I've been telling you this for many, many years now. I believe what happens in one part of the world happens. There's a ripple effect. We all kind of feel it. We're all connected. Whether you want to believe it or not, we are all connected. I don't. People have been taught to be separated from God. In other words, they don't realize that we all have a direct line to the Almighty. It's within every single one of us. You don't need an intermediary. Okay, lots of religions sell the intermediary. There's no intermediary nonsense. Okay, you've been created by God. You are a divine entity. The Spirit of God Almighty is here in you. All right. And so what hurts God's feelings, he hurts us all. If he sees disharmony and hatred, it destroys all of us. You understand? I really think, at least I hope you get it. Buy silver, man. Yeah, look, people, we're not going to change. Let me explain this to you. All right, let me get back on track before I go off on some philosophical thing here. What this tells us, again, this is the key. Understanding risk in this market is the key here. The market's being pumped right now. And we're going to get volatility. I told you last Tuesday, expect it this entire month. We could see even much larger swings than we witnessed today in this market. 1,000 points up, 1,000 points down, 1,500 points down here. But what we're talking about, I mean, you got to look at these numbers. We're talking about percentages, 1.25%. Look at these things. This is what people are freaking out about? Really, honestly, is that what gets you so rattled? This is how high-strung people are. This is a manifestation of the propaganda ministry telling you it's again, and then it's also the YouTubers out here who pretend to be market people and have day jobs. They're not in this like I am, or you are, most of you. A lot of you here do nothing but the market like me, okay? Who understand this thing and the associated stuff with it. The people that are calling for a crash every day that have been 100% wrong. I understand. Greg Mannarino hasn't been right all the time. I've made some pretty freaking bad calls over the years, and I mean bad. Things I should be ashamed of, but I'm giving you my best take on it. But look at our record. Look at our record. Better than 90%. We, honestly, I'm no smarter than anybody else. We're just paying attention to what's going on. Now, speaking about that, the key here, understanding risk. The illusion of the market, in my opinion, is going to be maintained moving forward. Meaning the market, we're going to get this volatility, moving closer to the selection here. We'll see. We're going to see a few things here. Most of you know, and I want, maybe I wasn't going to bring this up, but I will. Trump said specifically, he advised the Fed not, listen to these words, not to cut rates before the selection. A lot of you sent that to me. Hey, Greg, Trump did say to the Fed not to cut rates. You're 100% right. Why? It's actually twofold. Number one, Trump knows that by the Fed cutting rates, it's going to put a boost under the stock market. He doesn't want that to happen while Biden, Kamala are supposedly in control, which they are not. But it would give people the illusion that Biden, Kamala are doing the right thing. That's number one. So that's why he does not want the Fed to cut rates prior to the selection. You understand? Number two, there's a second part to this, and it's bigger. Trump does not want token 25 basis point cuts here. Oh, no. Much bigger. 50 basis points at a shot. Bang, bang, bang. And let me tell you something else about cuts. And this is for my lions out here, and I know you got it, but let me just tell you where this is going to go. Sell more to Michelle. Thank you. it's going to be a sell the news moment. Right now, cuts are being priced into the market. Again, what do you got? You got Kamala saying, I promise that you're going to get a lower rate on whatever you want to borrow. You want to buy a house? We're going to give you a lower rate that's going to inflate the price of housing even more. So it's a lose-lose situation here. Trump saying the same thing. They're both selling you the same line. Okay. They both want lower rates. Trump doesn't want them to cut rates prior because, again, one, it's going to make Kamala. It's going to make Kamala. I got to stop with this. I'm going to be respectful. Right? Greg's going to turn himself into a statesman, maybe. Probably not. But I'm going to try. Anyway, so it would not. Trump doesn't want that to happen because, again, it would boost the market. Illusion of the market. Oh, look who's there doing a great job. The economy must be strong. There's no connection between the economy and, of course, the stock market. Number two is, again, he wants deep cuts. The man likes debt. He's already told you this a million times. During his tenure, what did he want? He wanted negative rates and a weaker dollar. So that's the twofold thing why he said, oh, don't cut rates until the selection here. So again, you're being misled. And this is what it's all about. You can't be told the truth. Imagine if Trump actually said that to people. Kamala's not going to tell you the truth either. I'm not picking on Trump here, but I'm telling you the way he thinks. Trump is not stupid. You believe me, I hear from people every day who believe that Trump is the biggest idiot who's ever lived on the planet Earth. And from the other side too, who believe that Biden's also demented. And I'm not saying that to be cruel. I'm saying it because he's old. He has age-related dementia. I'm probably going to be there one day. I hope you come visit me in my room. Kamala's not stupid either, but I don't think she understands the money at all. She's a law person. Trump understands business. Trump is a money guy. Understand? Anyway, look. So I hope I explained this to you all here. And the smarter they are, the easier it is for them to manipulate you as well. Understand? They know how to tap right into those primal instincts, and you're going to get more of it. Again, we don't need the Trumps. We don't need the Kamalas. We need a statesman. We ain't going to get it. And we're going to continue to be the laughing stock of the world. No, it's not just the Dems that destroyed the nation's credibility. You think Trump did anything for it? We were not respected anywhere around the world, in case you were wondering. We were the laughing stock then. The big deal that we got with China that never existed, they were laughing. They laughed through his entire tenure. Can't make this stuff up, but that's what I'm talking about. There are people here that are so, I don't know what they are. They can't break out of it. Their primal instinct has been tapped, and that's it. They get all their news from one particular propaganda ministry, and that's it. They refuse to look anywhere else. Tell me that's not you, Ronix. You know it is. And you believe everything that you're being told right out of the television. You're being programmed. Disconnect from that, and you're going to be a lot smarter. I can promise every one of you here. Disconnect from the propaganda ministry. Stop it. Free your mind. Don't complicate your mind. And you're going to be able to see right through this. Use your God-given intellect instead of what the Fox is telling you or what the CNNs are telling you. Because they all have an agenda. And they're again, these propaganda ministries, they're doing everything they can to tap right into your primal instinct and then lie to you straight out, mislead you. Come on, man. No one's here is that stupid. You all know exactly that what I'm saying is true. It's impossible. All right, look, let's end this, people. It looks like we did it here. We just hit just about a record. We're like 15 thumbs up away from a record for the live stream. That's a beautiful thing. All right, let's see if we can squeeze it out. Come on, people. I need 15 more thumbs up to hit a record, man, a new record. Let's break it. 1,101. Can we make it? Can we make a... We did it! Love you guys and girls from the heart like you have no idea. Think about what I've covered here, all right? Let's really make an effort to change the world. If only one of us is all it needs, one, to make a difference in the world. Imagine what we can do together. Epic. Absolutely epic. I'll see you all in the morning. Please share the video. Get it out there again. Thank you all so much for supporting my work. As I say, on the first of every month, I really do appreciate your support. Just $5. Greg's Good Guys trying to make a difference. If you feel it's worth it, that $5 a month, I would really appreciate that. Again, there are links in the description of this video. I will see all of you tomorrow morning. Until we meet again, take care of yourselves and take care of each other, okay?